The leader's just done a 153.72.
Hello and welcome. I'm DDF Racer and welcome to the live stream. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, thank you for tuning in. It's great to have you here. So, today I'm heading back to the VLMC, the Virtual Le Mans Cup, and this is going to be race number 2 in the championship out of 8 races. There's a race every month until April, which culminates in the 4 hours of Le Mans, but today it's the 2 hours of Nurburgring. I've been doing a little bit of practice, and the car feels good. The car is the Aston Martin GT3, and I'm driving for Zansho Sport in the number 67 car. So we're currently waiting for the server to restart, waiting for it all to kick back into life again. Let me just see if that is working. Let's try and do a connect to the server. Yeah, how are you guys? Welcome. Thanks for coming along. Hey Sean, good to see you, mate. Hope you're having a good time. I know it's also midnight for you, wherever you are right now, because you're in Australia. I'm in Australia. But local time on the server is, I believe, 1 PM, 2 PM, 3 PM. I know it's 2 in the UK, so everyone in the UK, hello, thank you for tuning along as well. Yep, we're in! The server is loading, so while that is going on in the background, I'm just going to say basically what happened in the last race. 2 hours of Sepang. Absolutely poured down. The rain was terrible. We think we started in 7th or 8th or something like that. Had a good run, made up a heap of time, and we got involved in a couple of accidents right near the end of the race. One of them, one of the LMP3 cars, the faster class cars, was lapping me. I was on the inside of the corner, they were on the outside. There's a highlights video somewhere. I'll link it in the chat in a second once I can find that. But anyway, that's not the end of it. Get back on track, and I'm a little bit flustered. I'm a little bit kind of, distracted, for want of a better word. I go straight into the back of an Audi. I completely miss our braking point into the final hairpin. I could blame it on the rain. I could blame it on fatigue. I could blame it on the car ahead braking ahead earlier than usual. But to be honest, none of those really applied. It was my fault. And for that, I got a drive-through penalty for this race. So wherever I qualify, good, that's fine, that's where I'm going to start the race, but at some point, probably, I think in the first half of the race, in the first hour of the 2 hours, I got to come and do a drive-through penalty in the pit, so I can't change tyres, I can't refuel, which I will need to do. I will need to change tyres and I will need to refuel, because single set and the full tank isn't going to make it to the end. So, I'm going to have to come into the pits twice, but one of them is just trundling through, so yeah. That's going to cost us about 10-15 seconds, so I'm going to have to try and fight back today. Anyway, we're in the server. Let me switch that over using my... I love this. It's a remote control on my phone for Streamlabs. So, there we go. How cool is that? Oh, I'm easily amused. Anyway, let me readjust the view so you can see what's going on the monitor. So, on the right hand side of your screen, there's actually live timing. So, when I'm not driving before the session, you can actually see the times everyone else going around, so you can see what the best sectors are. We have not done any laps. No one's done any laps on that so far by the looks of things, because the server has just been reset and we're going to be good to go. Now, if you want to follow this during the race, because during the race I'll have the full display up on the screen, there is a link in the description to the live timing, so go on and press that, and you can follow the circuit map, you can follow the sector times. If you like data, click that link. You can follow the race. If not, just follow on the screen right here. You'll get everything. All the information's on the screen, apart from I'm not allowed to share the fuel usage and the tyre usage for strategic reasons. It may seem stupid, but anyone can watch this stream, including the other people racing in this stream. So they can see how I'm going on tyres and fuel, and they can out-strategy me. So unfortunately I can't show you any of that information, but you can see all the positions, you can see everything on the screen, so that should make it nice and easy. Anyway, it's now an open practice session. We have about 25 minutes until qualifying. And the qualifying session is 20 minutes. So in about half an hour, qualifying, we get 20 minutes on that, and the race starts in about an hour's time. So we can see one of the LMP3s, the Speedy Mite, number 48, is heading out onto the track there. I should probably get stuck in as well. There is absolutely no graceful way to do this, so bear with me 1 second while I put the Oculus Rift headset on. And we are now in the game! Let's pause the music. And let's switch over to game mode. Okay. Like I said, you can see a little track map there. All those orange dots are all my competitors. Driving around, getting ready for the race. Open practice, so yeah, without any further ado, let us go and put some laps in. But first I have to put the audio back up. There we go, that's more like it. I noticed in the intros of my previous videos, there was a lot of background noise. All the cars going around, which is great. Unless you're trying to play music, so I thought I'd kill that for this stream. Okay guys, not much more to talk about really. Let's go driving. Let's go and put some practice laps on the board. Actually, what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to check my setup, and because that is confidential information, I'm just going to hide the screen for a second. Okay. Told you there was absolutely no graceful way of doing this. Welcome along, everybody. Great to have you here. Okay, I think we're good to go. Yep, we're good to go. Right, let's go and do some practice.
Locking enabled.
How's the stream looking, by the way, guys? You can see the screen okay? No, no buffering, no artifacts. Audio sounds good as well. Let me know in the chat. I have an overlay running in VR, so I can see your chat messages. So if you're there, don't be shy, say hi. And if you enjoy the race today, don't forget to leave it a like. And as I will be live streaming the rest of the championship, make sure you subscribe if you want to see more, so you don't miss a thing. See, there's lots of rubber on the track here. Lots of practice has been taking place. It's a pretty good track as well. Quite familiar with it. Feeling very comfortable. Practice so far, got a lot of pace. But it's an incredibly competitive field. Lots of great drivers in the VLMC, so we're going to have our work cut out for us today. Especially considering that drive-through penalty. So I'll take you through the lap very quickly. Obviously we're on our outlap here, waiting for the tyres to get up to temperature. The Nurburgring, the GP version, with the tight chicane at the end of the track, not the faster sprint version. In these cars, you're looking at about 1 minute 54 seconds for a qualifying lap. Race pace is more around the 156s, 157s. You haven't really got a chance to stretch the legs. It's not really a massive straight, although there's a couple of really heavy, really tight braking zones. So it's quite hard on the brakes. Anyway, let's begin a lap. Heading down towards turn 1. We've got someone coming out the pits ahead of us. He's very respectfully giving us the space. Stamp on the brakes. We've got ABS in this car, so we can just mash that middle pedal and not have to worry about the tyres locking. With this being a GT3 car, you have the luxury of ABS and traction control. Doesn't mean it's easy to drive though, because although there is traction control available, it's not always a good idea to use it to its full extent, because you know, you want to get a good exit out of the slow corners. And if you're just applying the throttle thinking, yeah, traction control will take care of that, it's actually going to bog the car down. It's going to be so much slower. So the best way to run these cars, even though they have traction control, is with as little traction control as possible. I was wondering if I can fit the word traction control into the sentence any more times than I already have. As we now go through the Schumacher S's, I believe. It's a very sketchy, kind of not quite flat out left-hander, that, and you do not want to touch the curbs. on exit or entry. If you go on entry, they'll pull you wide to the side. If you get the curbs on the apex, has a tendency to bring the rear of the car round, which is not nice, obviously. You want to have the car as stable as possible at all times. And this is a tricky chicane here. Coming towards the end of the lap. You can use the curbs like that, but it does unsettle the car. It's a bit risky. So you might want to use the curbs in qualifying, but probably stay off them during the race just for the sake of safety and consistency. Anyway, we complete a lap. What have we got? The 155.8. Got an LMP3 coming up behind us. Bill Worrell, he's hanging off the brakes. I thought he would have got past us then. But yeah, car feels very stable. Car feels very nice to drive. I want to do a big shout out, nice and early in the stream, to Nick Dealey, who has been the for want of a better word, my race engineer so far, all the way through practice, and will continue to be so through this race as well. Don't know to say why he has been. He is my race engineer. He is an absolute wizard of the setups, and he's worked some absolute magic with this car, to the point where not only does it feel great to drive, like it's thoroughly enjoyable, it's actually fast as well. It's not often you get that in sim racing. Sometimes if you want a fast car, it's horrible. It's really unstable. It's really on the edge, you know? You knock out all the rear wing, you go for some crazy suspension settings. I'm gonna lift off and let this guy go past. Yeah, you get some crazy settings sometimes, which makes it fast, but this is a really nice balance, and it doesn't come along often in sim racing. So I'm going to make the most of it today. I'm really going to enjoy this drive. So we've got 18 minutes of the practice session left. So this practice session doesn't really serve any purpose. Qualifying will be in about 18 minutes. And when I say it doesn't serve any purpose, it doesn't count towards the race at all. It doesn't put us on the grid, doesn't give us any points. It's just to get used to the track. So everybody will be on the server now. Got a full field of cars. Everyone's dialing in, getting the last minute setup changes. And I know in this race, I got two other teammates in the other Zansho Aston Martin GT3 cars. Normally I would have James Johnson, but he can't make it this weekend. So I have the two Fortans, Felix Fortan and Olivier Fortan. They are regulars in the Zansho VEC Championship, and they've been drafted in for the VLMC this week. For those of you who are not aware, the VEC, the Virtual Endurance Championship, is the absolute pinnacle of online racing, sim racing for rFactor 2. rFactor 2 being the sim that we are running today, if you hadn't already guessed that. And the VEC is, like I said, it's the pinnacle, it's the best. One of the most widely participated, most competitive as well, specifically for endurance racing. So the VEC, not the WEC, that's the World Endurance Championship. The VEC features races of 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, and of course they do a 24 hours of Le Mans as the season finale. Now the VLMC, the Virtual Le Mans Cup, it's in its debut season. This is the first ever season. I'm very, very honoured to be participating in it. It's the babies, it's the feeder series, it's the stepping stone to the VEC. The races aren't anywhere near as long. In fact, they're all a standard length of 2 hours. So we run horribly wide through the final corner there. So they're all 2 hours. So what does that mean? It means that driver swaps are not mandatory. We do not have to swap drivers during the race. So I will be driving the full 2 hours. I don't actually technically have to hand the car over to anyone else, although other people will be doing that during the course of today's race. So when they come in for the pit stop, they'll change the tyres, They'll change the fuel, they'll refuel, and they'll change the driver. Fresh set of hands and feet, and a fresh brain. But me, I'm going to have to keep my concentration up for the full 2 hours. And because the servers are all based in Europe, Copenhagen I believe specifically, it's good for them, because the race is starting at 4 PM on a Saturday afternoon, which is lovely for me. Based on the other side of the world in Australia, race starts at 1 AM and goes for 2 hours, so I'll be driving from 1 till 3 in the morning. So I've already had quite a lot of caffeine this evening in an attempt to keep me awake. And as you can see from my Oculus Rift, my eyes are wide open. The rather ridiculous sticker that I wear in the front of my headset. Now you may be wondering, Dan, why have you got a block of cheese in the mirrors? That's not a block of cheese, that is actually someone who joined the server after me and their car hasn't loaded in. I'm going to give him the position. Oh. He just nudged into the back of me. I'll move it off the track. I was lifting off to give him the line, although it was going to go to the right. He's been all over me. Oh dear. Let's come back into the pits. Ah, Nick De Silva. Sorry, Dan. Hey, Nick. That is not a problem, mate. Just a little bit of a misunderstanding there. Anyway, back to the pits. I believe we're going back to the pits. It looks like my screen has frozen in VR. Please, rFactor 2. Whew, there we go. I thought I had a game crash for a moment then. Oh, don't do that to me, rFactor 2. Anyway, headset up. How are we going? Thank you very much for tuning in, guys, if you are here and watching. Great to have you along. Don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. So what do we do now? Do we go out and do some qualifying? Do we go out and do some race prep? I mean, we've only got 13 minutes left in the session, so race prep is probably not a great idea, considering we are heading into qualifying. I would say qualifying practice makes sense, wouldn't you? So let's hide the screen again, so you don't see the setup. I'm not being rude. I'm using my remote control. So, let's hide the screen. Let's go and change the setup, because to get into the setup to take some fuel out, I may also give away some trade secrets of Zansho SimSport, which I will get into trouble. I don't want to get into trouble. I've almost already been fired by Ed so far once. Hey Jeff, welcome along, mate. Yep, in the VLMC, every race is 2 hours, apart from the season finale at Le Mans, which is going to be 4 hours. But there's no way I'm doing that by myself, because that'll be from 1 in the morning to 5 in the morning. I'll definitely need someone to take over. Anyway, I am going to unmute TeamSpeak in the background. I currently have my 2 teammates, Felix and Olivier, on TeamSpeak, along with race engineer Nick Dealey as well. So I don't know what they're saying, I can't hear them, but I'm going to introduce them, and I apologise in advance if there is any swearing. Hey Thomas, good to see you, mate. Hey guys, I'm back, and got TeamSpeak live on the live stream as well, so no swearing.
Okay. I had the car, so I was on a good fucking lap.
Immediately. And immediately. That one struck off the list on YouTube. So I was just saying on the stream there, Nick, you've been working wonders with the car setup, mate, so I just want to say big thanks to yourself for looking after the car and going over the data and just taking care of everything, mate. It's an absolute pleasure to drive. Okay.
Yeah, it's a big great race for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
We're looking. At least we have dry condition now today, so
That's
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, it's a very good point you make there, mate, compared to Malaysia in the last round. That was
Yeah, it was very pouring outside last time. So.
oh, absolutely torrential rain. Okay, so we've hidden the setup, we've taken some fuel out.
What's the fuel target we need to hit by lap, Dan?
That's a very good question, actually. I'm not entirely sure what... I'm not the engineer, that's Nick. That's Nick's job.
No, that you do it, so...
I don't want to give away engineering secrets. I don't want to give away engineering secrets on stream as well. I'll get in trouble, Ed will fire me.
Yeah, I will target 31 laps, so we'll make the
Start
hour.
the race. We'll see how you go. Fuel shouldn't really be too much of an issue though, to be fair. So, you're right.
Last lap is 3.66 liter.
That is the voice of
Yeah, no, I
Olivier
can see
410, and that is Nick, my engineer. Alright, I'm wasting time here.
Ow. Nick can see it, so...
I better.
No, you cannot see me.
Okay, yeah, right.
Olivier. Okay, right. I am going to go back out on track because we have, how long are we left in the session? 9 minutes! Eek, running out of time. rFactor 2. Let's go.
One thing I can say to you, Felix, is that be gentle on the tire. People have a tendency to use them more than us.
Locking enabled.
So we're looking quite good on the tyres, yeah?
I'm not very worried about the tires. I know we cannot do the 2 hour with them, so...
No, you'll need to swap over in the pit stop.
Yeah.
Hey Eric, welcome to the stream, mate. Please give away the secrets. Unfortunately, that is a no-go. Oh, we got Olivia on the stream right behind us. There he is. How good does that car look? Bryce, I'm not sure if you're watching the stream, mate. I'm not sure if you can join us today, but you've done an absolute ripper job on the livery there, mate. So I've taken some fuel out of the car. Got a few laps worth in. We're going to go and try some quali times. Like I said before the event, I was looking really good. Gonna be honest, I've been doing lots and lots of practice before this because I really want to make up for the last race in Sepang. I really want to get... Ooh, excuse me. I really want to get a good result because I know I can get a good result. I want to take this one really seriously, so I've been doing a lot of practice.
Yeah, that's the most dangerous part of the track.
And up until today, race day, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I was at the top of the leaderboard, set the fastest time of anybody, and did the most laps of anybody in practice as well. So lots of familiarity with the track, and P1 on the board. But everyone's turned up today onto the server for real, and it seems like they're just really fast. We got a fight on our hands. Anyway, give Olivier some space ahead of us as we now go on to the lap. I'm going to be quiet for a minute for the first time in this stream because you're probably fed up of me talking right now. I'm going to let you enjoy the sound of the engine. And it's also going to be concentration, so I'll see you at the end of the lap, guys. Enjoy. I messed up that one. Oh, bit of a screen freeze there. And we had somebody join the server, but luckily we were on a straight, so we got away with it. That happens in a corner during the race. Yeah, bye-bye. Also, that apex, bye-bye. I missed that one completely. It's going to cost us time all the way down the straight. Oh, I told you guys I'd be quiet to the end of the lap. I've lied to you all already. Luckily we have enough fuel for a second lap. That's Olivier pulling out of the way on the straight. He goes straight into a 1:54.4. That's not bad. Let's do another one. This is quali practice right here, guys. Getting tuned in because we've got 4 minutes left in the session, and then it's business time. That's for the grid proper. So it's all about getting in the flow. And that wasn't very flow-like. It was very slidey. Woo! What are you doing, Olivier? What the hell are you doing, man? Okay, lap aborted. I just saw another Zansho flying along in the middle of the screen. Thought it was a disconnect issue or something, like a lag thing, but no, that was real. Crazy Canadians. We pull off to the side of the track. We got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes 46 seconds. So we should be able to get another lap or two done. Let's go race time, guys. Let's go race time. There's no one coming down the pit lane. Oh, there's someone leaving right ahead of us. Now, I know I can get into the 1:53s. Oh, I forgot to start the spotter. Can somebody in chat remind me? Because I'm so absent-minded, I'll probably forget before the start qualifying. Can someone remind me to switch the spotter on, please? I know it's only 3 minutes away, but you know what I'm like, guys. Brain of an ant. Thank you for tuning along. Thank you for coming along and watching the stream so far. Good evening, Gerd. How are you, mate? Everybody.
Just,
Ed Trevelyan Johnson.
talking to Sean about plans in late May, early June.
Are you sure you can discuss this on stream? Not secret plans, are they?
Well, depends how secret your plans are, Dan. They involve Australia.
I haven't actually mentioned that, but I suppose this is a good time as any. Everybody, I'm getting married in May next year. And I may have a visitor.
Wow.
Is that the reaction you were looking for, Dan?
Arisi is on the server, so we have a guy to watch.
Was the reaction to the visitor part or the reaction to the marriage part?
I just like the way he said wow.
Alright.
No, I think he was talking about me.
Wow.
No, it's you.
That is great news, Dan. I'm so happy for you.
Fills my heart with joy.
Oh my god. What happened?
Oh, is that a disconnect?
No, it's
Server
quali.
reset. Oh,
It's
yeah.
quali right now.
Yeah, it's quality.
Do you guys want to be putting your own channels?
Not really. I think it's better to be together.
Dan?
If people don't talk too much, I can stay here.
Me and Felix together on our own channel.
I can mute TeamSpeak on the broadcast, so there's no sensitive information going out, but Yeah, if you want to keep us all together, that's fine by me.
Okay. Just let me know if any of you want to be moved.
Locking enabled.
Okay, good luck everybody.
Good luck, guys. Okay, here we are. Start the qualifying session. Oh, that was right. I was going to turn the spotter
Is
on.
it good to do 2 laps on the...
Yeah, try it. You've got some time.
What do you remember from last race, Olivia?
Radio check.
What a radio check, can you hear me?
Do we need to run lower rear wheel?
Acknowledged. No more
No,
deltas.
Keep it,
Okay,
everything
I'll tell you the gaps.
the same. The car,
Thank you, Thomas.
It's
a close one. It was a close one. Okay, let me just check that the setup is fine. I'm going to hide.
TeamSpeak on the stream.
Yep, I will mute that now, guys.
Alright, cheers.
What time is it for you?
Sorry, stream.
Okay, there we go. Confirming TeamSpeak audio has now been muted on stream. Which is going to be really confusing for you guys watching because I'm going to be talking to people and you can't hear what anyone's saying. I'll try and keep you up to date. Okay, qualifying is now underway. Let's get out on track, guys. This is going to decide our starting position for the race. We have 18 minutes left to go. Also, just heads up, if anyone does want to actually say hi on stream, do public chat, head on over to my Discord and the Team Radio voice channel, and you'll come up on the stream there. But anything on TeamSpeak is not going to go live, guys, so you're safe. Thanks, mate. I've got Eric Schmeider in the chat, by the way, saying, Ed, please allow full transparency. I'm glad that didn't get broadcast. Ed's response. Alright, let's go. Let's go and do some qualifying. Actually, let me check the setup first. Yep, we got the right fuel. Now, this is a private qualifying session. And what that means... Private qualifying means there is no one else on track. So everyone else is going round, but we don't see each other, so we have the track to ourselves. Okay, here we go. Alright, guys.
Locking enabled.
Car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Alright, Dan, we've got 17 minutes to get the job done. Take it easy. You've got cold tyres. Your brakes are cold. Take it easy.
Okay, so this is the pointy end of business now, guys. Spotter's on. Thanks, Thomas. Spotter's on. We've got nice fresh tyres. We've got low fuel. We've got rubbered in track. We've got the track to ourselves. So this is going to be the fastest that I will be going throughout the entire session and the entire live stream. Unfortunately, I can't turn the engine up because there's no engine management systems in the GT3s. Unlike the GTE cars over in the VEC, you can turn it up to qualifying or turn it down to save some fuel in the race if you're so inclined. But in the GT3s, the only fuel saving you can do is with your right foot.
Just done a 154.70.
And now we can use full revs. I do have to shift a little bit earlier than normal in race trim just to save some fuel. But we're not fuel limited on this one. We got decent margins. Heading into the final chicane. I am fueled for a couple of laps. So I want to get some laps on the board, some solid laps just to set the pace, and then towards the end of the session we'll run the car on absolute minimum to see if we can extract some more pace, but I just want to get some solid laps. So here we go.
P16.
Maximum concentration, guys. Sorry for the lack of commentary, but this is important.
Minutes left. The guy in front has just done a 153.90.
Felt decent through the first few corners. Not sure how my first sector compares to everyone else because I haven't got time on the board yet. But if you want to see that data, there's a link in the description to the live timing. So you can actually be more advised and more informed than I am right now. Nice! Got to thread the needle through that fast left right.
Alright.
Way too wide. So much more time to be made up through that
Sector 2 time is good.
second set of chicanes. Bit wiggly. It's a bit wiggly. Well, we got fuel for another lap, so I'm feeling nice and dialed in now. What kind of timer we got?
P5. Your front brakes are getting pretty hot.
A slight issue with my overlay there. That's a 154.1 to start. Too wide.
This lap will be invalidated. Watch the track limits. Faster
Ooh.
car behind. Air and track
Let's
temps
head
are increasing.
straight back out on track
Temperature is
again.
now 6. The track temperature is now 6 Celsius.
There's no point continuing that lap because I got a cut track warning.
There's traffic behind.
There's no time to waste here at all. So I'm currently in P5.
Got cold brakes all round.
I think there's 25 GT3 cars in today's race. So I'm in the top 20% so far, which isn't too bad. Like I said earlier in the stream, it's going to be very competitive. The quality of driving here in the VLMC is very high. Got a case of the hiccups. What's the pole time so far?
Okay, Dan. There's a faster class car approaching.
So I just had confirmation in TeamSpeak radio that the fastest lap is currently a 1 minute 53.9, so I'm 2 tenths off the pace. If I can put my decent lap together, I could get that. That's well within reach. Just need to concentrate. Need to focus. Need to look as far down the track as possible.
The leader has just done a 153.84.
Thank you, Mr. Spotter. Okay, here we go. Let's try again. Let's try and not cut the track this time.
Air and track temps are decreasing. Air temperature is now 4. The track temp is now 4 Celsius.
Very cold track out there. Of course, this is using
P6.
real life weather data.
Come on.
Real life weather data from the Nurburgring as it is right now. Of course, with it being November, it's freezing. Although, technically not freezing, because then it'd be 0. You know what I mean. Okay, that felt good. My 10th down on my best so far.
Left side tyres are cold. 10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes.
Ah, it's a terrible line through there. Terrible line. We've got 3 tenths down. This isn't good. We're now down to P7. I need to find some speed and fast.
The car in front has just done a 153.67.
What? 153.6?
You were 10th off the pace in sector 2.
That's pretty rapid.
There's a faster class car approaching. Seventh position. Sector 3 is 0.
Okay, let's try again.
Off the pace. The brake temperatures look good.
Stuffed up that first corner. I felt better though. The time's not quite there, unfortunately.
You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 1.
A little bit too wide.
The leader has just done a 153.56.
Terrible line through the hairpin. I'm really not putting it together at the moment. I know the pace is there, I just can't do it. That's better.
Your tyre temperatures are okay. Sector 2 is 0.32 off the pace.
Ah, too deep.
There's a car leaving the pits. That's your quickest lap in this session.
Only just marginally beat my previous time. But it's not enough. We haven't gotten a feel for another lap. So back to the pits. Got 6 minutes left. Let's go straight back out again. Just drift it out of the pit box there. Alright guys, I'm really sorry for the lack of commentary at the moment. But
There's traffic behind.
yeah, this is maximum concentration. I hope you're enjoying the stream.
Get some heat into these brakes.
If you are, don't forget to leave it a like. Say hi in the chat. Okay, so I've got another couple of laps worth of fuel in the car now. I'm going to try again for 2 laps. And if the second lap isn't any good, I'm going to come in and abort. I'm going to take the fuel out so it's an absolute minimum weight. And have one last dash across the line.
Be on the left.
I really need to concentrate. Because the pace is there, I'm now down to P8. Oh dear. Alright. Alright. Bearing in mind, I'm going to have to serve a drive-through during the race as well, so I really want to be up at the pointy end, and I really want to make a gap to the cars behind, because I'm going to have to add 10-15 seconds to my race at some point. So I really, really need to do well. Okay. Whew. This is the one, guys. This is going to be the lap that does it.
Heads up, there's a car rejoining. P8.
This is the one that's going to do it.
You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 1.
Pretty steady first sector. There we go. That was good.
Sector 2 time is okay.
Let's go and nail the final sector now. Meh. Ah.
You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 1. Your sector 2 time is quick. Sector 3 is
better,
0.40
but it's not good.
off the pace. That lap time was 1:54.15.
All right. I got time to take another couple of laps out. Got time for maybe one more lap.
Track's clear. Push, push, push. Two minutes to go. 2 minutes.
Okay, so this is going to be the last lap, guys. Sorry for the lack of commentary.
Your front brakes are getting a bit hot.
Out lap of the pits. Alright, so this is the end of the qualifying session. We've got 1 minute 13 left, so we will complete this lap and we will be able to start our next lap. This is where it's all going to count. So no mistakes. I've turned my delta off, so it's not to distract me. In VR I can see
Right side tyres are cold.
my progress compared to my fastest lap. I've turned that off because I don't want to be distracted. Alright, here we go. This is it.
That's the end of the session. 8th place.
Messed that one up. Woo, sweaty is not the word right now. No, it's not looking promising, I don't think. Doesn't feel like a good lap. Unless I can bonsai this final sector. We're starting in 8th. That is not how one bonsais the final sector. Ah, bottled it. Bottled it. Eighth place.
Log building finished.
Oh. What position did you guys finish in? Okay, so my teammate Felix is in P3, Olivier is in P12. Oh, that's not the qualifying result. Not the qualifying result I was after, unfortunately. So let's have a look at the times. Let's have a look at the times. So, we're in 54.1. Let's load the fuel. Let's make sure we got full fuel. Okay guys, alrighty, it is now time to go. I'm just waiting around for the start of the race. I can hear my teammates in my ear. Discussions between Nick and Ed and Olivier and Felix, all discussing how this race is going to go. So obviously I can't broadcast that to you because that is confidential information. But we're going to be starting in 8th position, which is not what I was hoping for. I thought I had more pace in the car than that. Yeah, it's very close. It's only a few tenths off the pace. Only a few tenths off the pace. That was a 1 minute 54.1, I believe. I did manage a 1 minute 53.6 in practice before the race, but that wouldn't have even got me pole. So this is going to be a tricky one, guys. It's a long race though. It's going to be 2 hours, and we're going to need to make a pit stop for tyres and for fuel. And to be honest with you, we're also going to have to do a drive-through for my incident in the previous race where I ran into the back of an Audi. I'm just listening to Sean Jacobs doing the race briefing in my ear at the moment. Discussing pit entry. Obviously don't cross the white line on the entry. Otherwise, you will get a penalty. So I'm going to have to be mindful because I'm going to have to do it twice this race. Green flag is when we cross the start-finish line. So everybody's on the pit limiter on the formation lap doing 80 kilometers an hour. There's going to be a 5-second gap between the GT3s and the LMP3s. Excuse me. He's hoping for a nice clean race. He's hoping for a very clean race. No safety cars, no virtual safety cars. If he does call a code 80, aka virtual safety car, I have to get on the limiter by the time he finishes the countdown. Now track is open for practice. We got 8 minutes left in the warm-up, so I'm going to head out on track. I'm going to get used to the car on full fuel again. Oh, there's been contact in the pit lane.
Exit's clear. Stay behind the white line. Got cold brakes all round. Be careful.
Okay, so if you are just tuning into the stream, welcome along, guys.
Easy. You've got cold
Welcome
tires.
along. It's 1 in the morning local time here in Brisbane. I got a 2-hour race ahead of me. This is the warm-up before the race. We've got 7 minutes left of the warm-up.
All right side's clear.
Gonna let some of the LMP3s past.
On your right. You are clear on the right.
They're faster than us.
Flag in sector 1.
I don't want them chasing me around for the outlap here. But yeah, just doing some final warm-up. This is a last chance that everybody gets before the start of the race. We got 7 minutes of this practice session left. At that point, everybody will be on the grid for the start of the 2 hours of Nurburgring. I'm driving the Aston Martin GT3, the number 67 car for Zansho SimSport, the team I'm driving for. My teammates are Olivier Fortin and Felix Fortin, a pair of French Canadians. I can hear my race engineer Nick Dealey in my ear at the moment talking about the strategy fuel for the race. Obviously I can't broadcast that info for you guys. But yeah, welcome along to the stream. Thank you for joining me. It's about to be race time. Starting in 8th position.
It's a guy on your right. Clear right.
Having a radio check from Sean Jacobs. I can hear him. He is obviously the race director. He's going to be calling the shots today.
Okay, Dan, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
Right. Let's get some practice, some last minute practice. We're on full fuel. And this is exactly the track conditions and exactly the car conditions I will have at the start of the race. So this is the perfect chance to get accustomed. If you are watching the stream, guys, and you're enjoying it so far, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Say hi in chat as well. I can see you in my ridiculously sticked VR headset, so I can see what you're saying. You can see all the chat. I'll try and read them throughout the race, but obviously concentration, eyes on track.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
I'll do my best to read the messages throughout the race.
Sector 1 is clear. It looks like Jones has gone off. Sector 2 is clear.
And if you want to see more, then press subscribe, because I will be doing the remainder of the season live streaming for the VLMC. It's 8 races in total, 1 race a month, which take us through to the 8 races in the season, sorry, which take us through to the end of April, culminating in the 4 hours.
Sector 2 is yellow.
Hey Marius, how are you, mate? Welcome to the stream.
It looks like Alves has gone off.
Bouncing the car over the curbs through the final chicane there. We've got 4 minutes left in the session. So what I'm going to do,
Green flag, sector 2.
I'm going to do a little bit of practice, get this lap on the board,
Car rejoining in front.
and then I'm going to practice my pit entry.
Flag in sector 1. That lap time was 1:56.58.
I just got Ed asking me in my ear over TeamSpeak here, which you can't hear on the broadcast, but he's asking me if I'm familiar with pit entry. So I'm just going to respond to him now. So I'm not talking to myself, I am talking to the TeamSpeak guys. I'm not going crazy. Hey Ed, yep, all good with the pit entry, mate. I'm going to practice it now. I would so dearly love to be able to transmit the Zansho team radio to you guys, but it's all the strategy calls. And that's the same reason why you can't see my fuel usage and tyre usage on the overlays on the screen as well.
Yellow flag, sector 2. Watch your rear tyres, they're pretty cold.
Don't want anyone to out-strategy us.
Your brake temps are good.
Okay,
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
I'm going to come into the pits at the end of this lap. Not because I actually need a pit stop, but because I want to practice. I don't want to get pinged for speeding in the pit lane. Just going to practice a drive-through, not an actual pit stop. Because that way,
Pit crew's ready.
we might be able to do another practice. I want to make sure I can maximize as much time as possible. We've got Gianluca Di Matteo coming up behind us in the mirrors. Okay. Practice pit entry, here goes. So we need to get over to the right immediately.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
And then just brake here.
Green flag, sector 3.
It's a lot tighter than you think. It goes on for a lot longer. Anyway, where's the line?
Okay, Dan, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
There we go.
Just 2 minutes
Need
left.
to be down
2
to 80
minutes go.
kilometers by that point.
Box in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now. There's traffic behind, take care. Okay, pit stop requested.
Just
Sector 2
being
is clear.
advised
Cold tyres all round.
by Sean Jacobs, the race director, that there is an LMP3 car starting behind us. Now the LMP3 is the faster class car in this race. This is a multi-class race consisting of GT3s and LMP3s. And for those of you not familiar with racing terms, as some of you might be out there, you might not be regulars to the stream, GT3 is basically what I'm driving, like a souped up sports car. LMP3 is like a Le Mans style prototype car. So it's a lot fast, well, it's a few seconds a lap faster. So we're in separate races, we have different classifications, but we're on track at the same time. So there is a P3 starting behind us, which they're gonna be coming through the field at the start of the race. We'll just have to keep an eye out for that. And speaking of which, the start of the race is imminent. We got 40 seconds of this practice session left, and then we'll be lining up on the grid, ready to go for 2 hours of Nurburgring. Race 2 of 8 of the VLMC. You're going to have to be very careful of running wide here, because just being told by Ed in the team radio
Yellow flag, sector 1.
about cut tracks. So if we run wide, if we abuse the track limits,
That's the end
and we
of the
drive
session.
outside the
P3.
white lines, then we're going to get 5 of them before we get a penalty. Over the course of 2 hours, that's going to be quite easy to rack up them. Anyway, that's the end of the session. It's crossed the line. That is the end of the warm-up. Okay, so let's bring it back to the pits. Whew.
Log building finished.
I'm gonna have a quick drink of water. As you can see, this is very sweaty work. And thank you so much to everybody for tuning in as well. Great to have you here for the broadcast, guys.
The track temp is 5 Celsius. The air
All
temp
right,
is
here we
5
go.
Celsius. Okay, Dan, get ready.
Logging enabled.
Good luck, guys. Just wishing all my teammates good luck on the team radio. So we line up on the grid for the start of the race, waiting for everybody to populate. Obviously the 5 red lights, we're not actually starting the race now.
Green, green, green.
We're going to go away for a formation lap.
Incident in sector 1. Sector 1 is
So
yellow.
everybody trundles round, single file, under the pit limiter.
Sector 1 is clear.
80 kilometers an hour, single file. We go around and we do a lap. I'm going to pop it into 6 to save a little bit of fuel, because just listening to the team radio. Last minute strategy discussions about fuel and tyres,
Right side.
strategies for the race.
On the right.
Careful not to go into the back of the car ahead of us. We're cruising around very slowly under safety car conditions. This should be 80 kilometers, yet we're doing 50-60. I know it's some hairpins here, but I've got to keep my eyes peeled. Keep my eyes peeled. We are starting in 8th position. So we're cruising around on the formation lap. End of this lap, when we cross the line, the pit limit comes off and it is go time. Never ceases to amaze me how nervous one gets before the start of these events. Very sweaty, heart's going. Oh, over what? These are imaginary cars. This is an imaginary race. But we all take it very seriously and it's a hell of a lot of fun. So, yeah. That competitive spirit never goes. And there's always an added risk factor. Racing with humans. If you're familiar with this channel, I normally race AI. Majority of my content is offline content, but this is what I love. This is what I enjoy the most. Real human racing. Competitive racing. I'm not sure how many tenths separated the first 8 cars, but it wasn't much. Hey, thanks, Marius. Incredibly pumped up at the start, mate. Just gonna check my brake bias. We're now building up at the end of the formation lap. The adrenaline is building, I'm sure. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. All the best for the race. I will be doing my best to keep an eye on the messages on chat, but the first few laps I will probably be concentrating to the maximum, so eyes on track, on focus. Want to make sure we get a good result. The first few laps are where the incidents usually happen, contact with other cars, that kind of thing. Roger. Just being told that on the radio that Ed's telling me yep, Ed's just telling me in my ear, which you can't hear on the broadcast, that the drive-through penalty will be told by the game when I have to serve it. So I do have to serve a drive-through. Anyway, getting ready to go racing. When we cross the start-finish line,
now.
And away we go!
Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Sector 2 is clear.
Made it through the first series of corners in one piece, which is always nice. I am suffering from a little bit of stuttering in the headset. Seems like I've dropped a few frames. Hopefully that doesn't come across on the broadcast. Very uneventful start of the race. Whoa, big slide. Yeah, maybe when the cars spread out a little bit, the frames will pick up a bit, but it's a little bit stuttery in the headset right now, unfortunately. Hopefully that's not being displayed on screen for you guys too. Anyway, about to finish the first lap here. Bit scruffy, not my best attempt. We don't want to drop the cars ahead of us. About 0.7 of a second to the car ahead.
Gap to Mazzetti. Ahead is now 0.8. You've just done a 2.00.1. The gap behind is now 0.7.
Currently in 8th position. But it's a long race. 2 hours. So as long as we don't lose touch completely, we'll be right. Now, something I was known for in my previous race was the lack of overtaking. I need to remedy that this race. To be a bit more adventurous and a bit more aggressive. It's a good job we got a lot of cars ahead of us then, eh? Using all the track there. Understeer. Car's getting a bit wiggly. They're getting a bit fighty ahead of us. I'm just going to try and keep one eye on the...
Alright Dan, there are chances here. Let's make sure we can take them.
On the bottom of the screen to see when my penalty gets served.
4.6. Your lap time was at 1:56.35. That's your best lap in this session. The gap behind is now 0.9.
Guy ahead of us in 6th is running wide. See if we can try and capitalise on this. All over the back of him.
P8.
He's running wide. Can we get him into the hairpin? We cannot. But we're not far off. We've really got to be adventurous on the brakes there to make it stick. Whoa. That is why you don't touch the inside curb.
Sector 3 is clear.
Oh, he goes wide and I follow in deep as well. That was our chance. Guy ahead's in the gravel. Some very scruffy driving from all of the GT3s at this point of the race.
Yellow flag, caution.
Oh no, we've got someone off.
Green flag, sector 3.
Hopefully that wasn't one of the Zansho boys. We've got Olivier behind us, he's making time up.
Mazzetti in front is now 0.45. E7, the gap behind is now 0.5.
He's gone wide again.
Okay Dan, the next car is Mazzetti.
They made a bit of contact.
Car on your left side's clear.
Oh, that was a good chance. That was a good chance. Squandered. Oh, getting scruffy, running wide through the hairpin there. Just need to hold it together. Need to calm down. And just neaten everything up a little bit. Let's take a breath. Use the force!
Mazzetti, ahead is now 0.
No word on the drive-through penalty yet.
Was at 157.00. The gap behind is now 0.8. On your left.
He's gone deep again.
Keep your line, clear left. Car on your right. Still there. He's still there. You're on the left, 3 wide. Right side. Still there. Clear right.
Couldn't make it stick. Couldn't make it stick. Whenever the spotter says 3 wide. It's a little bit of code brown. I'm not gonna lie. Code brown. Hey Lucas, welcome to the stream, mate. This is very tense.
Yellow flag.
Very tense. I know I'm faster than the guy ahead of me. Good evening, Sean.
Green flag, sector 2.
Hoppity hop over the curbs. Whew. Now, traditionally, the car ahead of me, Mocco Mazzetti, has been
front is now
very, very late into turn 1.
57.51. The gap behind is now 0.6.
Sorry for the lack of commentary. Okay, so I've not been given a penalty yet, but looks like Adam Karkazuski has. Now I know that me and him have both got penalties in this race for incidents in the previous round. So if his penalty's been served, mine isn't far away.
We can see Nichols spinned it. You have a penalty.
Okay, I've been assigned a penalty.
You need to come in for this penalty in the next 3 laps.
Okay, I've been given the penalty, guys. Got to come in next 3 laps. So that is for our incident in the previous race. So at some point, we got to do it. It's only a drive-through. It's not stop and go, which is good. So it should cost us maybe 10, 15 seconds in the grand scheme of things.
The gap to Mazzetti ahead is now 1.2. The gap behind is now 0.5.
Big oppo then.
We've got 2 laps to come in for this penalty.
Excuse me, guys. Got a severe case of the burps tonight. I see a lot of you in chat are suggesting drive-through right now. Obviously, I want to take the drive-through as late as possible to increase field spread, but I'm going to refer to my Zansho teammates on the radio on TeamSpeak.
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Sector 3 is clear. Nichols has retired from the race.
Sorry, Ed, what was that? Ed speaking to me, I'm here about the drive-through penalty. We're losing touch with the guys ahead of us a little bit. So we're going to look in the bottom. Do I have to set my penalty now?
The gap to Mazzetti ahead is now 1.9 seconds. The gap behind is now 0.6. You've still got a penalty.
Looks like there's a tasty battle up ahead of us. Pace is good, running in the 1 minute 56s. Pace is very good, actually. Although I suspect there's a lot of rubber down on the track compared to when I was doing my practice laps off the server. So that helps because everybody else seems to be running away as well. My teammates in this race are Olivier Fortin and Felix Fortin.
Green flag, sector 2.
Okay, I'm going to come in for the drive through this lap, I think. Come again, come again. Okay, now we pay for our sins in round 1. We trundle along.
Box in 5, 4, 3.
Doing 80 kilometers an hour
2,
in the pits.
1. Box now. There's traffic approaching. Watch your mirrors. You've served your penalty. Take it easy. You've got cold tyres. Clear on the left. Left side. Still there. Clear left.
We come right back out into the middle of a fight.
Yellow flag. Watch out.
And now it gets interesting. Because these guys are a little bit slow. We've got to get past them in a hurry. Yeah, we're being held up big time. Now this is where the elbows come out and the overtaking happens. We're now down in P14.
Philip Marcos is now retired. Left side. And still there. Left side's clear.
There we go, there's one.
Well done, Dan. Nice move, mate.
Send! I very fondly remember the 1991 Formula 1 season review on VHS. Specifically the French Grand Prix where Jean Alesi had to come in for a penalty. And I remember the commentary saying he was fired up driving like a man possessed. That's kind of how I feel right now. I am the Jean Alesi. Got Johan Piccolo well and truly
gap to
in my
Piccolo
target sights ahead of us. Now it's a
0.50.
P13.
13th place. The gap behind is now 0.8.
Gotta get him.
Green flag sector 1.
Had to get on the brakes there. He was very slow out the corner. Carbon copy of last lap.
All right. Right side's clear.
This is not an overtaking spot.
Left side's clear.
Oh, I just couldn't quite get the cutback on him. He was just going to hold the middle of the road. And I tried to get the cutback. Just couldn't get him up the hill. Thought I'd have a better drive than that. Not to be. Maybe next lap. Really got to get past this guy. Get the feeling he's starting to hold me up now. Get a good run out the final corner. He's sliding it all over the place. Whew.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is now 0.22. The gap behind
Making my intentions very known.
3.2. You've just done a 158.08.
Right side. He's still there. Clear on the right. Left side. You are clear on the left.
That gap was always going to disappear. Fair play, Mr. Piccolo. Very good defensive driving. Pick up the power. Let's try him again.
Here come the LMP3 runners.
We're about to get lapped by the LMP3s as well. So if we play the traffic right, this could be our chance. Oh, a bit too wide there. Yep, this is definitely for position.
Blue flag.
I'll let him pass on the straight.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster class car approaching.
I'm going to stick to the left, let him go past.
Blue flag.
Right side.
Let's look at Emilio, leader of the LMP3s.
Clear.
I believe he won the first race.
58.13. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 2 is 1.2 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.35 off the pace. Ground is now on softs.
Had to hold it very tight through turn 1 then.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. We think Filiparkos has binned it. Blue flag.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Give him the inside line. Might seem like a backwards move to back out of it, but he's going to disrupt him ahead.
Got a tiny bit of bodywork damage there, just ignore it.
And that was immediately back on his tail again. I think we did get a slight knock from the LMP3 though, unfortunately, but no major damage. So we should be fine. Whoa, this is tense, guys. So much more speed than him. Okay, here we go. We got a good run. But nowhere to go.
There's a faster car approaching.
He's definitely squeezing me. He's making it difficult. There we go.
Car on your left side.
Here we go. Great run out the final corner. Here's our chance. Got an LMP3 coming up behind as well. Don't outbrake myself.
Keep your line. Clear left.
B11, your lap times are dropping off. Come on, stay focused. That was 1:59.07.
Woohoo! There we go.
Blue flag.
The car on your right side. Clear on the right.
Now it's time to build a gap. We have the pace. And there's a few LMP3s inside. I'm being told in the team radio that I'm being too nice to the cars who are lapping me, giving up too much time. We're now up to P11. Maximum attack now.
Yellow flag.
Hammer time. We're not I just looked at the clock.
Mazzetti has spun off. Sector 3 is clear.
We're only 25 minutes into the race.
The guy in front is Mazzetti.
Looks like Mazzetti is ahead of us. Alright. I'm not going to be doing fastest laps now because the tyres are going to be going off a little bit.
The gap to Mazzetti in front is now 9.9. That lap was at 1:57.76. You're a second off the pace in Sector 1. The gap to Piccolo behind is now 1.7 seconds.
We have a subscriber! I'll see who that is on a straight. Thank you very much for subscribing. Lukasz Milowski, thank you for the subscribe, mate. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're enjoying the race. And hopefully you're not sweating as much as I am right now. Because even though it's 1:30 in the morning here in Brisbane, it's still pretty stinking hot.
Piccolo has stacked it.
And in a house with no air conditioning and pressure like this, oh, never mind Formula 1 drivers losing like 2 litres of water throughout the course of a race.
Sector 2 is clear.
Jeez. Gotta dissolve the chair if I carry on like this. Whoa, way too hot into that.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster car approaching.
Hear the tyres screaming out in pain. Being told in the team radio on TeamSpeak, excuse me, that I've got quite a bit of a gap to the car behind. I've got 2 and a bit seconds, so I am safe.
The gap to Mazzetti ahead is now 9.5 seconds.
I've got about 9 seconds to the car ahead.
Clear right. The
gap to Badnik behind is now 3.5. That lap time was 1:57.56.
Got the LMP3 lapping us there. Moving immediately back onto the racing line in the braking point for turn 1. So I had to get out of it a little bit, unfortunately. But yep, now, it might seem like a bit of an empty track, and it is, but this is all about eyes forward, concentration, getting up some pace. Because the race is going to come back to us, that's for sure. If there's one thing I absolutely love in a race, it's chasing someone down. So let's keep an eye on that gap, guys. If you want to follow the live timing, there is a link to the live timing page in the description. So click that. You can track my sector times, track the gaps, and just be a numbers nerd, basically. Right, here we go. Hope you're all enjoying the race so far and the stream. Don't forget to leave a like and say hi in chat if you're around. And if you want to be a proper legend, make sure you subscribe like Lucas. Because then you'll get notified when I do any more VLMC races. And if you're enjoying this, then why wouldn't you want to watch the rest, eh?
There's a group of faster cars.
That is my question to you.
These guys are scrapping for position. The gap to Mazzetti ahead is now 3.9. That was a 1:57.66. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. The gap behind is now 5.6.
So mid 157s are good. This is what I'm doing at the moment. If I can do low 57s, that's even better. A 56... well, that's the holy grail of pace. That would really put me back in contention. Although the tyres are starting to suffer a bit now. I'm getting quite a lot of understeer in the car. So it's going to be difficult to get back to that pace. But there's some LMP3s coming up behind us.
P11. Sector 1 is clear.
There's a guy on your right. Hold your line. You are clear on the right. Car on your right. Clear right. Car left. Clear on the left.
That was never going to be easy to get through that pack. 4 LMP3s battling for position. All I hope is that they cause just as much disruption, if not more, to the cars ahead. Not that I want to wish ill on my fellow competitors, but we did lose a little bit of time letting those guys past. Very conscious of getting a penalty for ignoring blue flags, though. Now what they need to do is go. I cannot afford to get held up by these guys while they're squabbling for position. But it looks like a hell of a fight. It's Alexander Jones, David Yunt, and Danilo Smiriglio. I'm not commentating this one, so I don't have to learn the pronunciations.
4 seconds.
Alright, focus again to get those laps back under control. We lost a little bit of time there. Low 57's the target. Hello, Oliviera! Welcome to the chat, mate. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you along. If you're only just joining, well then you've missed the start of the race. And there was quite a lot of action, so you've missed a little bit. But started in 8th position. Got up to 7th after someone retired, but served a drive-through penalty.
Alright, Dan, you've used half your fuel.
For an incident in the previous race. which put me back down into P13. Made 2 overtakes. Now I'm trying to catch up on the cars ahead again. Slowly but surely, bringing that gap down. Because a top 10 is doable. It's a hell of a competitive field. And going sideways over the curbs like that isn't going to do me any favours, that's for sure. Take a nice wide line into the last corner. Get the drive onto the straight. Maximise our top speed. What kind of time have we got here?
The gap to Mazzetti.
57.4, that'll do nicely.
Seconds. That last lap was at 157.40. The gap behind is now 6.3.
So we're definitely pulling away from the cars behind, that's for sure.
Car behind's a faster class.
I'm going to have to come in for a pit stop at some point during this race. See how long the tyres last. Ah, a bit too wide there. Yeah, that penalty dropped us back about 10-15 seconds, unfortunately. But we weren't really making up too much time on the car's head. We were well and truly in the battle pack.
Approaching.
But not fighting, really. Bit too wide at the hairpin there. Some LMP3s coming up behind us again. Hopefully they'll get us after the chicane here. Stick to the left.
All right. Clear right.
Got some more blue flags. You can get past us on the straight. We'll stick to the left.
On your right.
That's Luca Burke and the Speedy Mite.
Right side's clear.
Hey, Luca. Note to self, the LMP3s aren't too good on the brakes compared to the GT3s. I have to brake a little bit early for the chicane, so I want to avoid running into the back of them. Oh, very sweaty work.
Mazzetti in front is now 8.9. You've just done a 157.58. Sector 1 is 0.44 off the pace. The gap behind is now 8.6 seconds.
So we are closing in. Gap's now down to 8 seconds. It was 10 a couple of laps ago. Can keep this pace up, we'll be with him. That was better. Much better line through there. Really starting to dial the car in now. Fuel is coming down. About half an hour's worth of fuel left in the car. Although with an hour and 23 minutes to go, you do the maths. I'm going to have to make a pit stop. Or maybe with fresh tyres and a shorter stop I could undercut someone, or do I go longer? I don't know. That's why I have my race engineer Nick Dealey keeping me up to date on the status of the race in my ear, which unfortunately you guys can't hear on the broadcast. I've put TeamSpeak through my Oculus Rift headset, and I'm running an in-ear headset, and I've got my gaming headset over the top for everything else. Because as much as I would love to share the inner sanctum of the workings of the Zansho team,
That's the class car approaching.
I'm not allowed. Trade secrets. Okay, what kind of lap time have we got?
The gap to Mazzetti ahead is now 8.6. Your last lap time was at 157.31. The gap behind is now 9.2.
So we've got another LMP3 coming up in the mirrors.
Blue flag.
Got some blue flags, so I'll have to let him past at some point. We've got an LMP3 off ahead of us. Oh, horrendously slowed up there. I think he may have damage. I'm going to stick to the left and let this guy get past us.
There's a car right. He's still with you. Right side's clear.
Oh, I hate it when they cut back onto the racing line like that. Makes me so nervous I'm going to run into the back of them. We live to fight another day.
Car approaching.
Well and truly held up by that LMP3 going off the side of the track there, whoever that was. David Martinez. Drop it down to second to get a little bit of drive on the apex there. That uses a bit more fuel. But what the heck? We're going to run out anyway. Oh. Very liberal with the curb there. That's not going to do the suspension too much good if I keep on abusing the apex like that. Big slide. I think the rears are starting to go now as well.
The gap to Mazzetti ahead is now 9.6 seconds.
Oh, lost a second to him on that lap.
58.20. The gap behind is now 8.9. Blue flag. There's a group of faster cars behind.
Seems like I'm constantly letting LMP3s past. It never stops. They're quite spread out in today's race. Oh, I ran wide. I didn't get a cut track though.
On your right. Right side's clear.
Ooh. If you're going to overtake me, hold your apex, mate. Almost ran into the front of us. Yet more blue flags.
All right. Right side's clear.
Yeah, we're losing so much time due to the lap traffic. My only hope is that the cars ahead also suffer the same. Bit of a lonely race at the moment. Big gap ahead, big gap behind. Maybe with a pit stop and some fresh tyres that can get mixed up a bit. Definitely starting to get some understeer in the car now.
The gap to Mazzetti in front is now 11 seconds.
Ah, 11.
158.67. The gap behind is now 7.9.
If you're still watching the race, if you're still with the stream, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. It's great to have you here. Great to have your support on the channel. Great to see you in chat. Hold it nice and tight. Get the drive. Hello, David Finney. For people who aren't familiar or are new to the streams here, that's my dad. Everyone say hi to my dad in chat. Oh, I mean, you don't have to. Free will, of course. Starting to see some of the LMP3s come into the pits.
The gap to Mazzetti in front is now 10 seconds. The lap time was at 1:57.28. Sector 1 time is good. Sector 2 is 0.39 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.32 off the pace. The gap behind is now 8.9.
Okay, so this phase of the race is make or break. Tyres are starting to go off, fuel's starting to come down. This is where gaps are won and lost. I'm stuck in 11th.
Yellow flag in Sector 3. Green flag Sector 3.
Hopefully that yellow flag is someone having a spin ahead of us. Preferably someone in our class. Round the final corner. Feed the throttle in gently.
Is the car rejoining?
And that's another lap.
The gap to Mazzetti ahead is now 2.7. That lap was at 1:57.42. The gap behind is now 9.0 seconds.
Looks like Mazzetti may have made a mistake or something somewhere. We're a lot closer this lap. And there's a mistake of our own immediately. Running a little bit wide through turn 2.
Yellow.
Got yellow flags.
Sector 1 is clear.
Got green flags. I just want to take a moment to say that this car feels absolutely fantastic to drive. Honestly, as serious as I am taking this, and as much of a concentration face as I've got on, which you can clearly see underneath my ridiculous Oculus Rift, I am absolutely loving this. This is such a good experience. Car feels great, circuit's amazing to drive. I'm racing against real human beings, making real mistakes and doing real laps. This is what rFactor 2 is all about. Doesn't always cooperate. It doesn't always want to behave, rFactor 2. It has a lot of flaws. Has a lot of problems. We can all admit that. But when it all comes together, it's pretty great. Very enjoyable. And we leave it until the straight to let the LMP3 go past. And a lap was that was a 57.6.
The gap to Mazzetti ahead is now 0.14. That lap was at 1:57.64. The gap behind is now 9.0.
I think my spotter's getting slightly confused there. That was not the gap to Mazzetti. Otherwise he'd be right in front of me, and he's not. is about 9 seconds down the road. Wait for the car to bide, and away we go. Tyres are getting pretty worn now. It's getting close to the pit stop window. We're going to have 1 hour and 10 minutes to go in this race. We've been going for 50 minutes. And there's a little bit of a vibration starting to happen in the steering wheel. I'm not sure if you can hear that through my microphone, but I can definitely feel it. When that starts to happen, that means tyre troubles. Now obviously with ABS in this car, you can't flat spot the wheel. Well, you can if you spin, but you can't flat spot the tyres by heavy braking, which is normally where you get that rumble from. It just means tyre wear. So I'm just going to have to be conscious of the fact that I've now got less grip than I did at the start of the race. Although with the fuel coming down, it kind of balances. But the pace in these tyres is usually in the first 4 or 5 laps, so...
5.3. Your lap time was 1:57.40. The gap behind is now 9.5 seconds.
Just having a word from Ed in my ear on TeamSpeak, Ed Trevelyan Johnson, Zansho team manager, that I'm closing in nicely on the car ahead. Certainly doesn't feel like it, because I can't see him. And the spotter's not saying the gap's coming down. But I'm sure as soon as I can see him, I'll be all over him. Just going to respond in TeamSpeak. Thanks, Ed. What's the pace looking like? Ed telling me that the car ahead is making a few mistakes, so I'm taking chunks out of him here and there. Apologies if the live stream dropped out, by the way, guys. Just heard a little message that there may have been a bit of a dropout, bit of a connection problem, so sorry about that. Welcome back if you're still watching. Thank you for sticking around, hey? Great to have you all here. Watching me wrestle this Aston Martin GT3 around the Nurburgring.
The gap to Mazzetti ahead is now 9.6. You've just done a 1:57.50. Okay, Dan, lap times are pretty consistent. The gap behind is now 11 seconds.
Ah, too wide. That AstroTurf on the outside is not good news. That fluorescent green runoff is to be avoided at all costs. It's so slippy. Many times in practice I've gone on there and looped the car, which is not what you want. Bit of a Captain Obvious statement, but of course I don't want to spin the car. Oh, we got yellow flags ahead of us. Has someone gone round?
Sector 2 is clear.
No, it's an LMP3 that's spun, unfortunately. That's not for position. Whoa.
Sector 3 is yellow. Sector 3 is clear.
Just all about being consistent, all about getting that gap down. It's all going to come back towards us at the end of the race.
Martinez is pitting from P10. Looks like he'll come out just in front of you.
Very horrible over the curbs there, unfortunately.
There's a car exiting the pits, heads up. The gap to Mazzetti ahead is now 2.4 seconds. That lap time was 1:57.88. Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
The right side's clear.
Mazzetti is now on softs.
Oh, I'm just aiming in the team radio that I'm now up to 10th position.
Okay. He's just retired from the race.
Looks like Mazzetti, the car I was chasing down, had a drive-through penalty for cutting the track.
Still there. Clear right.
Obviously he's being a bit liberal with the track limits. He's had to come into the pits, so he's now behind us. I'm hearing a lot on the radio about drive-thrus. A few people have been very liberal with the tracks, so this race might come back towards us. Lost a bit of time letting the LMP3 pass then. We're now up to P10.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster car approaching.
Definitely taking too much curb there. I think I'm getting tricked because the brakes are better than they were before. Excuse me.
There's a car leaving the pits. The gap in front is now 2.7, 10th position. The gap to Mazzetti behind is now 4.3 seconds.
Really need to
Fuel remaining.
get the pace up now. Being told by Ed on the team radio that this is a critical part of the race. Got to hit each and every apex while I have a clear track. Because once I make up the gap to the cars ahead,
Blue flag.
they're all fighting for position. Rather nicely. So once we can get into that group, there'll be a good chance.
Faster cars bearing down on you.
Looks like the LMP3 went wide behind us. He's not going to get us on this straight unless he get Mega Drive.
Car on your right. Clear on the right.
Let the LMP3 pass there.
Blue flag. Okay, Dan, there's a car exiting.
Got another blue flag.
The gap in
We'll
front.
let this guy pass. He's going to get us before turn 1.
Was at 1:58.54.
Right side. Right side's clear.
The gap to Mazzetti behind is now 7.1.
Feels like we're constantly letting LMP3s past us in this race. I think the pit window is now open.
Half distance, we think about 8 minutes of fuel left. The class leader from a faster class is behind.
We're now officially halfway through the race. Whew. There's quite a lot of chat going on the TeamSpeak right now, guys. Sorry for the lack of commentary. I'm just listening in, seeing what the strategy calls are. I think one of my teammates is being told to keep it nice and neat and tidy. One of the Fortan brothers, because they've reached the limit of cut tracks.
Cars behind, along with the class leader. Yellow flag, caution.
Looks like the guy ahead of us is having problems.
The guy on your right. Clear right.
We're now close up nicely to Mikolaj. That's P9, I can see him. He's coming into the pits though.
Blue flag.
So he's going to try and get the undercut on us. As we've now got Alexander Jones in the LMP3.
Flag. Watch out.
Right side.
Green flag, sector 3.
Clear right.
The gap behind is now 5.3 seconds. Your lap time was at 1:58.01.
Okay, so the pit stops have begun.
Car behind.
We're now to
Sector 1 is
P9.
0.8
That's because someone
off
ahead
the
of us
pace.
made a pit stop.
On your left. Still there. Clear left.
Oh, I didn't mean to let him pass like that. I just ran wide
All right.
and had to seed the apex.
Right side's clear.
Keep it on track, LMP3. He's flashing the headlights.
Timper has just retired.
Excuse me again. I'm very burpy. Just keeping an eye on the bottom right. About 2.5 laps of fuel left.
Fortan is entering the pits. He's in P6.
My teammate's coming in.
Just in front of you. Okay, Dan. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
I'm being told to pit on the next lap.
Heads up. There's a car exiting the pits. Sector 3 is yellow. 8th place. Okay, pit stop requested.
Right side. Right side's clear.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Blue flag. The car behind's a faster class.
Just gonna confirm strategy on the radio.
Ready. Blue flag.
All right.
Green flag, sector 3.
Clear on the right.
How many litres, guys? Oh, it's this time for a pit stop.
P4 is now on softs.
Just Nick is calculating the fuel in my ear.
The leader's pitting now.
Okay, so here we go, coming into the pits. And get some soft, fresh tyres.
Alright, Dan, expect traffic on exit. When we exit the pits, we should be in P6, just in front of Piccolo.
We're currently in P5.
The car in front is pitting.
Here we go.
Past the car behind.
Let's nail the entry. There we go.
Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Alrighty, so we got 58 seconds of pit stop. We're going to tank it to the end. I'm going to take this time to readjust in my seat, get myself very comfortable, have a little bit of a stretch. Hope you're enjoying the race so far, guys. I'm going to take this moment to just have a relax. If you are, don't forget to leave a like. Say hi in chat if you're enjoying the stream, if you're enjoying the race. It's great to have you here. Absolutely fantastic. Guys, I'm pretty wiped out, to be honest with you. It's currently 2:15 in the morning here in Brisbane. And we have 55 minutes of racing left to go. Let's get ready. Got 58 seconds.
All done, go.
And away we go. Alright, so we're back down in P11.
Disengage limiter. If exit looks clear, your rear brakes are cold.
And this is our chance to shine. We've got fresh, soft tyres. So this is where all the pace is going to be won and lost. Wow, it feels good. So much more grip than before. See how much easier it goes into the corners, how faster it rotates on the apex.
Yellow flag sector 3.
Kind of caught me off guard there. Gonna try and drag the tyre life out. Don't wanna push too hard on the outlap. Oh, I think my teammate's got a drive-through. Best fans ever. Well, I was complaining about understeer before. Bono, the tyres are gone. Seriously, man, I'm not going to make it to the end.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster class car approaching.
Okay.
The gap to Marshall in front is now 1.8 seconds. P10. Blue flag.
Let's get a good lap on the board.
Car on your left side. Clear on the left.
We're not going to do that when an LMP3 dive bombs us up the inside though, unfortunately. That's cost us 3/4 of a second. Oh, we're up to P10! Oh, someone must have made a pit stop. That probably happened several laps ago. I've just not been paying attention. My focus is on apexes. We're now in the top 10, guys. I just need to score as many points as possible. Podium's way out of contention. And that GT3 ahead of us, Ferran, is actually the guy I ran into in the last race, in the Audi. The instant that I got a penalty for. So I really need to avoid the back of that car, because he won't be happy if I hit him again. Although he is a lap down, so he should move out of the way.
The gap ahead is now 10 seconds. You've just done a 156.78. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. The gap to Mazzetti behind is now 12 seconds.
Bit wiggly on the rear. Because we're now getting towards the end of the race, or at least the second half of the race at least. People are going to start getting cut tracks. People who are pushing the limits are going to start encountering the stewards, should we say. I think Olivier is getting pretty angry. I can hear him. He's complaining about the cut track. He's a little bit frustrated. Well, he is in 3rd position, so he's doing alright in the race. He's on the podium for Zansho. Gonna give this guy a little flash of the headlights, because he is a lap down. Don't need this guy holding me up. He's a lap down. He's starting to flash his lights as well.
Stay on it. This isn't over yet. The gap in front is now 9.0 seconds. That lap
There we go. He's easing out of it.
156.30.
Car left side's clear.
That's your best lap in the session.
That'll do nicely.
The gap to Mazzetti behind is now 14 seconds.
I'll tell you what else to do nicely. 156.3. It's my fastest lap of the race so far. Although that is fresh tyres. And less fuel than before though. So we're in P10. We've got about 8 seconds to the car ahead of us. If we can keep this kind of pace up, we'll be all over him. So it's not been the most exciting race in the last half an hour or so. It's been told that the guy ahead of me just cut the track, so he's bordering on a penalty if he does it again. And I'm closing the gap up nicely, so target well and truly painted. But yeah, the last section of the race hasn't been incredibly exciting. The start was pretty nuts with the overtakes after the penalty as well, but this is turning into more of a strategic battle.
There's a faster class car approaching.
Sounds like Zansho's a 3rd and 4th.
The gap ahead is now
It's not bad.
6.6.
If it wasn't for the penalty, I'd be a little bit further up the track, but probably not too much further.
That's your quickest lap. Blue flag.
155.9. There we go.
The gap to Mazzetti behind is now 15 seconds.
That's what I'm talking about.
Car on your right. Right side's clear.
Closing the gap up nicely. If anyone's looking at the live timing right now, you should be able to see what kind of lap I did and what kind of lap he did. I can't see that information, unfortunately. But there is a link to the live timing in the description if you fancy following that along on a second screen as well.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster car approaching. Sector 3 is clear.
I think having the pit stop and the fresh tyres has really kind of been a reset for this race. The first half, I kind of got off my flow and yeah, just wasn't in the groove. But now, feels like the focus is there. There are positions for the taking. There is some redemption to be had. Probably sounds a bit dramatic, but hey, this is entertainment. I've got to try and make some kind of narrative, as opposed to just sweaty man in Brisbane drives imaginary car for 2 hours on YouTube.
165. The gap to Mazzetti behind is now 15 seconds.
Just got to make the most of the fresh tyres. Got another LMP3 coming up behind us. It's Bill Worrell, 13th position in class.
Blue flag.
We now get the blue flag. We're legally required to let him past within a certain sequence of corners. If he's got the pace out of the chicane, I think that'll do nicely. We'll keep it over to the left-hand side of the track.
Car right side's clear. Car on your right side, clear right.
The LMP3 goes off the track trying to lap me. That makes me lose a second. That wasn't meant to happen. I've just been told that I can unleash the dogs and use some more revs, because the fuel's looking pretty handy. Of course, our race engineer Nick has the telemetry of all three cars.
The gap in front is now 6.0. Your last lap
Via
time was
SimHub.
157.02.
Right side's clear. There's a car on your right. Right side's clear. Left side there's a car. He's still there. You are clear on the left.
The gap to Mazzetti behind is now 18 seconds. There's a faster car approaching. Grau has retired.
It's like Grau's retired from the race, but he was a lap down, so that doesn't give us any kind of benefit. Yeah, that's because they get past me fair and square and run off the track, and then just cost me a heap of time.
Car right. He's still there. You are clear on the right.
So I'm just responding to Ed on the team radio. He's saying I'm being too kind to the LMP3s. Which is true. But when they don't make the moves stick and they got to get past me again, I'm just losing so much time. I'm going to pop it down to second gear in these corners because now I can use more fuel.
Blue flag.
And get the drive, use a few more revs. Yes, Marius, push, push, push.
On your left. Left side's clear.
Alright, Dan, there's a faster class car approaching. The gap ahead is now 7.6. That was 158.46. Sector 1 is 1.3 seconds off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
That was a terrible lap. Just the LMP3s are disrupting my rhythm so much.
Behind is now 19 seconds.
A bit slidey on the rear then.
Blue flag.
And very nervous looking in the mirrors then.
On your right. Clear on the right.
There's a faster car approaching. Blue flag.
Just missed that apex completely.
Hold your line. Clear on the right.
He's losing so much time.
The gap in front is now 6.9. That lap time was 157.82. The gap to Mazzetti behind is now 19 seconds.
I can hear Ed in the team radio telling my teammates to push. They've got very good pace. Then again, they are the Fortans. VEC veterans. I would expect no less from those pesky French Canadians. We've got 38 minutes left in this race. Hey Norman, welcome to the stream, mate. Good to see you. Always a pleasure to see your name pop up in chat. Okay, so looking at the relative time, I can see there's an LMP3 1.7 seconds behind me. Once this guy gets past me, there's 20 seconds down the road behind. So I should be able to put some solid laps in without problems. And hopefully the cars ahead are now being disrupted by the LMP3s as well. So all of these gaps are going to equal out.
156.78. The gap to Mazzetti behind is now 20 seconds. Blue flag.
There's a car on your left. Keep your line. You're clear on the left.
I was 0.6 quicker than the car ahead on that lap. And told again on the radio that I can use even more fuel. Not that you guys can see any of those figures, of course. That information is sadly hidden. It's normally in the overlay, but confidential team information, I can't give away strategy stuff. ISRYT, hello! Welcome to the stream, good sir. Or madam. Wrong of me to assume your gender. Okay, that's the cars ahead of us. I can see them, finally! I can see the cars ahead on track. We got a battle on our hands. All of this chasing is paying off nicely. It's 8th and 9th ahead of us on the track. Finally, we might be able to see some overtaking.
The gap ahead is now 2.6 seconds. That was a 157.36. Sector 2 is...
Looks like they're fighting between them as well. Oh! He's off.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
There's a freebie. Tyre smoke into turn 1. He gone. That's one less problem to worry about. This is perfect. We've got some clear track behind us, so we don't have to worry about being lapped. We can just do our lines and not worry about moving offline. That is Mikolaj, the car ahead of us. That's for position. If we can get him, we'll be back where we started the race in 8th position. Which is not bad considering
Yellow flag in sector 2.
we had a drive-through penalty to serve as well.
We think Alves has crashed. Green flag sector 2.
Oh, it's so much faster than him. Predator mode engaged. Let's go get him, guys. It's for 8th position. Got a good gap behind as well.
Front is now 0.7.
57.0. That's what I'm talking about.
Seconds.
He misses the apex at turn 1. He's feeling the pressure. He's running all kinds of wide through turn 2. Don't know what line that is. Definitely got the pace on this guy. Drop it down to first, get the drive out of the hairpin. Less than half a second behind him. A lot less than half a second behind him now. He's on the Porsche. He's got the shot tyres. Although we got stuck behind Porsches in Malaysia in the last race. That's really what did us in.
The gap in front is now 0.31. Your lap time was 157.23. The gap behind is now 2.4 seconds. Green flag sector 1.
On your right, clear right.
He's defending fresh air. Although, to be honest, the air in this room right now, I can assure you, isn't very fresh.
That's barely a scratch, mate. Just ignore it.
Car on your right side, clear right.
He's all over the place. He's all over the place. He's getting super wiggly. He's slowing us down. Car behind starting to catch up again. Need to get past this guy ASAP. Come on, come on. This guy's holding us up so much. We can get a good run through the chicane. And great exit off the final corner. He's braked himself. Oh, outbraked himself.
Go on your left. You're clear on the left.
Brake check much?
There's a faster class car behind.
All right.
Ah,
Still there. He's still there. Still there. Keep this line. He's still there.
Yellow flag.
got it around the outside.
He's still there.
I think P5 has gone off. Sector 2 is clear.
Right side's clear.
That lap time was 1:59.83. Sector 3 is 1.4 seconds off the pace.
Woo. Oh, managed to hold on to that position. Let's see how quickly we can close back up on the guy ahead of us. He's so slow, but we just can't make the move. It's currently 1.8 seconds. That'll take a couple of laps, I'm sure. Code brown, guys. We survive another day.
Blue flag.
I can just hear one of the 410s on team radio getting very abusive of another car on track. Not sure who it is, but he's not done him any favours by the sounds of things.
Clear. Left side. He's still there. Clear left.
Get on with it, LMP3. You're costing me time, mate.
There's a car exiting the pits, heads up. The gap ahead is now 2.1. That last lap was at 1:58.15. The gap behind is now 0.11.
Too wide. A few scruffy laps. Need to get the pace back on. That guy ahead of us, Mikolash, he's slower than us. And we're now up to P8. I think someone's come in for a pit stop. Someone must have had a penalty. So we're now up another freebie. So this is the fight for 7th. Too wide. Too wide. Guy behind us. He's definitely applying the pressure.
Faster car approaching. This guy's the class leader.
Luca D'Amelio, the lead LMP3, has come around to lap us again. He's a seriously fast guy, Luca.
Yellow flag in Sector 2. Sector 2 is clear. Looks like the leader's gone off.
We're closing up nicely. Olivia's getting very frustrated. Olivia thought I'm my Zansho teammate. Something's definitely annoying him in the team radio. He's wide through the chicane. He's all over the place.
There's a car leading the pit lane. The gap in front is now 0.33 E8. The gap behind is now 0.41.
On your right, clear on the right.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster class car approaching.
Battle for 7th. He's so slow. And we've got an LMP3 coming up behind us as well. Good drive. Good drive, come on. What are you doing? Oh, I almost went into the back of him then.
Right side, clear right.
There's faster cars approaching. The group includes the class leader.
He's definitely taking some unorthodox lines. Whew.
Blue flag.
Car on your right. Clear right.
LMP3 class leader though. What's happened to Luca?
The gap in front is now 1.5 seconds. That last lap was at 1:58.66. The gap behind is now 0.5.
Sorry about the lack of commentary. It's all focused now.
There's a group of faster cars behind.
I've definitely got the pace on the car ahead of us. Definitely got the car ahead of us. I just can't make it stick. He's fast in all the annoying places. And the guy behind is putting the pressure on as well. I can just get past him, I can get away.
Blue flag.
Gotta try and set him up into the brakes. There's Luca D'Amelio.
Right side. Clear right.
And the Rookie Monsters LMP3 laps us again. Oh, this is our chance. It's got rubbish drive. He's tucking into the slipstream.
Right, Dan, keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on.
Car on your right. Clear on the right.
You're matching race pace. This is good. The gap ahead is now 0.20. There's a faster car approaching.
Car right. Right side's clear.
The gap behind is now 1.5. You've just done a 1:56.87.
On your right. You are clear on the right. On your left.
Got him around the outside.
And still there. Clear left. Right side's clear.
Yellow flag.
There's a guy on your right.
Blue flag.
What's going on?
We can see Newcomb has gone off.
Right side's clear. You're clear all round.
Seen some minor aero damage.
Car on your right side. Keep this line.
Got brake checked by the car ahead of us then. LMP3 spun off the track and did the right thing, locked his tyres. But that parked it in the middle of the track. We didn't get too much damage, but we've dropped a position. This guy ahead of us is a danger. I don't say that lightly.
Faster car approaching. Green flag, sector 2. Newcomb has retired from the race.
This is our chance. I've got a feeling these guys are going to take each other out.
Car right. He's still there. Right side's clear.
Woo!
The car on your right side. Still there. Clear right.
Speedy my LMP3 gets the lap on us. Tried to send it into the chicane, but that didn't work.
Front is now 0.8.
Only got 20 minutes left in this race to go.
Right side. Right side's clear. Car right. You are clear on the right.
The gap to Fortan behind is now 8.3 seconds.
Left side. Left side's clear.
Okay, Dan, come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. That's 20 minutes to go.
Some shoddy driving all around. Sorry, I'm just very quiet, just concentrating. My teammate Olivier Fortan is behind us now.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Fortan has just retired from the race.
Oh no! What's going on there? What happened, Olivier? I think he is Alt F forward by the sounds of things. Rage quit because he got another cut track penalty. Okay, here we go again. Got a nice gap behind us. And the two cars ahead. They're going to take each other off, I know it. Just look at them. Oh! Oh!
Guy on your left. He's still there. He's still with you. Left side's clear.
Sweet pass, mate.
Got him!
The gap in front is now 0.34. The gap behind is now 0.10. P8.
Left side. He's still there. Car left.
Got him!
He's still there. He's still there. He's still there. He's still with you.
Got a nudge from behind.
Still there.
Got a nudge from behind.
Still there. Still there. Still there.
Got another nudge from behind. He's
Hold your line.
very aggressive.
Still there. Left side's clear.
Oh, yes! How long do you want to go side by side for?
On your left. He's still with you. You are clear on the left.
Whew. Roger. Just had Ed and Nick on the team radio saying, "Good job, now get away from those idiots." Up to P7. in roughly one piece. We got 16 minutes left to go in the race. Time to go! What's the gap to the car ahead?
Okay, Dan. There's a car approaching.
Response on the radio was, it's a big one.
The gap ahead is now 18 seconds.
Let's pretend it's a big one.
B7. The gap behind is now 2.3.
That was one hell of a battle. It was one hell of a battle. Honestly, sim racing can be so good sometimes. That is a perfect example. It's the most fun I've had driving in a long time. See what kind of pace the car's got now. We're stuck doing 1 minute 59s. I really want to be in the 1 minute 56s, 1 minute 57s. Got Luca Burke in the Speedy Mite LMP3 coming up behind us. Wait till after the chicane, please, mate.
Right side. Clear right.
Okay, Dan. Don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. 15 minutes remaining. 15 minutes to go.
Whoa. Just touched the grass on the outside there. Almost lost the rear of the car. Got 15 minutes in this race left to go. We're up to P7. There's a rather significant gap to P6.
Car behind.
So I think this is probably the best we can hope for this race unless we get any more retirements. Just got to keep a nice gap to the cars behind. Because we've got past them.
The gap in front is now 19 seconds.
19 seconds to the car ahead.
1:51. Sector 2 is 1.2 off the pace. The gap behind is now 1.6.
Yeah, we got past those two cars. They were driving very aggressively. Very dangerously, in my opinion.
Blue flag.
Now we just got to try and hold the position. Because if they come back towards us, they will try the overtake.
Car on your left side. Clear left.
Just had to back out of it there. 13 minutes to go. We are up one position from where we started this race, even with the drive-through penalty thrown into the mix as well. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a win. Oh, no, too wide.
Car left.
Ah.
Left side's clear.
Look down. Come on, don't let him get away.
It's exactly what I mentioned. He's all over us. Any opportunity to pounce and he will. Made a mistake, he's straight through. We've got 12 minutes to, to do that overtake all over again.
The gap in front is now 0.6. 8th place. You're better than this. The car's better than this. Get it together, man. The gap behind is now 1.7.
Stern words from Mr. Spotter there. Jeez. Got all that work to do all over again. At least we've got a decent gap behind us. Too much curb on the inside. Come on, Dan, focus. Oh no!
Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow.
You are kidding me.
Quite a lot of aero damage. You might need to come in and get it fixed.
Yeah, rFactor 2 just crashed on me. Oh no! No!
Okay, Dan, the next car is Badnik. Blue flag.
No! Oh, I did not stay up to 3 in the morning for this. Guys! 10 minutes left to go! Oh.
The car in front of us is now Piccolo. You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go.
Oh, seriously, seriously. All right. Do you mind if I turn TeamSpeak audio back on, guys? Okay. Okay, I've been told that I can't turn TeamSpeak radio back on. Ah, so annoying. So you guys want me to keep the session running so you can still see what's going on, yeah? Okay, I've been told to keep the game running because apparently my game is still running. It's just VR that's crashed. Or something's crashed somewhere, so my session is still active. But, yeah, obviously. Oh, I don't believe that. I don't believe that, seriously. Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm going to switch it over to spectate mode. At least then you can see the live leaderboard of what's going on. What? One sec. Actually, I can't do that because I need to keep my in-ear in for TeamSpeak. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry about that.
Building finished.
I'm so sorry about that. Technical difficulties. major technical difficulties. Do you know what I was saying before about rFactor 2 and the way it all works? And it all comes together and it's like amazing? Well, this is the other side of it, unfortunately. When it doesn't work, which is quite often, I'll have you know. For some reason, it's decided that this time is... yeah, it's time to die, to quote Blade Runner. So the game is still running, the session is still running. You can hear the cars in the background still going around, so everyone is still finishing. I have to keep the session open so that Nick, you can't hear him, but he's told me in TeamSpeak not to turn on TeamSpeak audio so you can't hear the broadcast. But yeah, so my session is still going, so he's relying on my telemetry basically to basically see what's happening and see what's going on track, so he can see the leaderboard and he can make judgment calls with the other cars. Oh. But that is incredibly disappointing, guys. There's not really much more I can do now. there's really not much more I can do. The game is crashed, the session's crashed, I'm not going to go anywhere, but... it's so frustrating! Started in 8th position, made up a few spots, and had a drive-through penalty, got back down to, I think it was 12th or 13th position, made up a few more spots, some great overtakes. However, this happened, we were fighting for 7th, and then it just, yeah, that was it, really. So the car is now back in the pits, in the garage. You can hear the cars going around in the background. The session is still going, so I can't quit the game, but there's not really much more I can do, so I suppose I better wrap the stream up, guys.
It's just retired.
I suppose I better wrap the stream up. So, yeah, what a shame. You can see how warm it is. I've got a little bit of fog on my glasses. Yeah, Lucas, there's an Oculus issue going on here. I did reset the drivers. I did do, because I had a few problems about a week or two ago in practice, and I suspected it was rFactor 2, so I did a reinstall. Unsubbed, resubbed to the workshop content to make sure that was good, deleted all the CBash and the shaders to reset the game, updated the graphics drivers, the Oculus drivers, the Steam VR drivers, validated all the files in Steam, and that still didn't seem to do the trick. And we've been going for what, 3 hours now, nearly? Yeah, it would be about 3 hours now. And rFactor 2 has been running fine, and I thought the problems were behind us, but sadly not. I can't bring you an end of the race. It's very...
Nice and smooth, don't overdrive the car. Okay, Dan, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Thank you, Mr. Spotter. I will not overdrive the car. There is no car to drive. But yeah, as you can see, the game has crashed. That's a very unsatisfying end to the race. We were on for 7th, maybe 8th if we didn't manage to get past that guy, but I had a lot of fun while it lasted, had a lot of great battles. I hope you guys did too. If you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to leave a like, guys. It's been great having you in the chat. It's been so good having you in the chat, seeing your names pop up. So many familiar names. It's great to have you. I like sharing this experience with you. It's not always a good experience, but it's an experience nonetheless, and it's great to have you along for the ride, guys. Don't forget to hit like, and if you enjoyed what you saw and want to see more of it, hopefully when I can get this all working without a crash, then press subscribe and press notifications, because then you'll see when the next streams are going to go live. Very unfortunate ending. There's not much more I can do, really, apart from play the music and say goodbye. It's currently 3:06 in the morning. I'll see you guys next time.
That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes. There's the checkered flag. That's disappointing.